Good morning, friends, and welcome to New York Metro Weather's daily forecast discussion for January 9th, 2014. A lot going on today, and we begin with the flooding due to the ice jam at the Delaware River. Just a quick update. Flood warnings remain in effect from Trenton to Philadelphia along the Delaware River, um, where the ice jam has created a significant rise in flooding. And you can see if you look at the gauge map or the gauge trend chart here, beginning from January 7th at night, 9 p.m. or so, a rapid rise due to the ice jam and the water backing up. And yesterday, on Wednesday, reached minor flood stage of 20.76 feet. And since then, we've noticed some fluctuations. It went below the flood stage and has gone back up, and now the latest just around flood stage at 20 feet, with the forecast for the river stage to drop with time, but as you can see, off by a couple of feet just as of right now. This graph as of 8:15 a.m., so about an hour from the time we're making this video, which is just after 9. So the interesting thing that we wanted to continue to kind of drive home as when it comes to the Delaware River and the ice jam is that it's most important to be safe. Don't go on the ice or near the ice or play on the ice or try and cross the river or go onto the river. A very unstable situation when you have an ice jam with the river flowing, backing up, and flooding. And also, when we say unstable, the ice jam could break at any time, especially with rising temperatures today. And that's one of our other concerns for the potential for flash flooding downstream should the ice jam on the river break. So continue to stay tuned for updates. We'll have a lot on our social network feeds today. We have an article up on the website with safety information as well. So moving forward, here's our first storm system, which is going to come through on Friday, and this is our initial storm that's coming through, and it's not anything that's going to create any significant problems, but since it's on the way to our main feature of the forecast, we have to discuss it. And it's a weak disturbance moving through a loft through the Tennessee Valley, and it looks like it's going to touch off some showers and storms along a warm front here, which is forming as a result of this system back to our west. So the warm front extends off to the east here. And here's a simulated radar. You can see nothing too impressive here, just some clouds and scattered snow and rain showers. Rain to the south over central New Jersey and snow showers possible to the north over northern New Jersey. A period of light to moderate snow. No accumulations are expected. That's Friday morning into afternoon. As you can see, by later this weekend, we have a major system coming through, and this forms as a result of the aforementioned disturbance here out over the Intermountain West, moving to the east and phasing with the northern stream disturbance here. And the result is going to be a low pressure system, which is going to drive into southeast Canada. An associated cold front extending back down over central Pennsylvania is going to sweep through the northeast. And we can see the simulated radar here. First thing we want to deal with is the potential for fog. Whenever you see, especially in the wintertime, and with the cold air that has been trapped at the surface here in the ground, with a storm system driving off to our north and west, the southerly flow and warm air coming in, potential for fog and drizzle, especially along the coast here, from Friday night into Saturday morning, and the dense fog could cause lowered visibilities and some travel problems. Here's the radar. We're going to jump ahead a little bit here to Saturday morning, and you can see, obviously, a much more significant impact system than the one on Friday, with the potential for very heavy rain. Just above the surface, this is 925 millibars. This is another one of our concerns here as we move towards Saturday morning and afternoon. The NAM model we're using here for the sake of example, winds of 60 to 70 and 70 to 80 knots just above the surface with a very strong low-level jet just ahead of the cold front. So this is a concern whenever you have winds just above the surface like that and heavy rain that could mix that down. And when we're talking about heavy rain, we're going to look at the precipitable water values, or the amount of water in the atmosphere. And here's where we are right now, Thursday morning, and check out the change here as we move towards Saturday. A tremendously moist atmosphere for this time of year. Big change in air mass, and it's going to be noticeable. It's going to be more humid. The dew points are going to go up, and it's going to get warm. Temperatures are expected to rise into the 50s on Saturday afternoon. Here's the precipitation Saturday afternoon on the NAM model. You can see amounts in the last 3 hours, just about half an inch. So most, when you look at these kind of totals within a 3-hour period, you tell yourself that it's probably very heavy rain, maybe even convective. And interestingly, when you're as a forecaster, when you're looking at a cold front, those kind of precipitable water values and a southerly flow out ahead of it, you think, hey, maybe there's a chance for thunderstorms. And when you look at the most unstable cape on the NAM, you can see over eastern PA extending into western New Jersey, there is some elevated instability. So what does this lead to? What's the point we're trying to drive home here? The answer is that there's a potential for heavy rain, thunderstorms, and maybe even strong winds along the cold front. You can see their concern here is that a low-level inversion might inhibit these winds from mixing down to the surface. But we're going to have to watch this very carefully as we move towards Saturday. Regardless of the wind potential, which seems to be teetering on the edge with very strong winds just above the surface, the potential increasing and our confidence is quite high in a period of heavy rain on Saturday, increasing temperatures. So the day on Saturday will begin with fog, most likely, drizzle, increasing temperatures into the 50s by the afternoon, and then a period of very heavy rain, the potential for some localized flooding, especially in areas that usually flood because this rain will be heavy and quick, and then thunderstorms which could potentially mix down these very strong winds which are just above the surface. So those are our concerns on Saturday. And remember to check back for updates, especially if you live along the Delaware River from Trenton to Philadelphia today on Thursday, and the light snow event on Friday, not expected to deliver any hazards or impacts to the area other than a period of snow or rain, depending on your location. So stay tuned for more information, an active pattern coming up. Have a great Thursday, guys.